Hello everyone, my name is Muammar Ahnagra. I am from the Maritime University of Raja Ali Haji. Today I'm going to explain to you about stereotypes. Now, let us begin. Stereotypes. A stereotype is generalizations of people groups based on past experiences which are deep rooted in the psyche of the people. In another definition, it says that stereotypes is a fixed idea or image that many people have a particular type of person or thing or event, but sometimes it is not true in reality. Culture, cultural stereotypes mean applying both evidence and our existing beliefs about the members of that cultural group. Stereotypes are called idiosyncratic if only an individual uses them, or they are social or collective if they are widely shared by a group of people. In everyday use, the concept of the stereotype is used in various contexts. Usually, the word stereotypes is used to refer to members of some kind of collective, like firemen or courageous, blondes or less intelligent, Italians are about pizza, pasta, and they are noisy and about the mafia. Americans are lazy and fat and ignorant. African American are poor, have no fathers, or love basketball. Those are usually the stereotypes of people of the particular groups that I've mentioned. Let's continue. Nationality stereotypes. The generalizations about culture or nationalities can be a source of pride, anger, or simply bad jokes. Some people say that in all stereotypes there is some basis in reality, as they don't develop in vacuum. Nationality stereotype is a system of culture-specific beliefs connected with the nationality of a person. This system includes beliefs concerning those properties of human beings that may vary across nations, such as appearance, language, food, habits, psychological traits, attitudes, and values. Sorry about that. This, this is all. This are a few examples of national national stereotypes. As you can see, you can pause the video, you can just read all of it, and some of it I just plain out didn't know about this stereotype because I didn't know Brazilians are incestuous. Now let's continue. Racial stereotypes. There are examples of racial stereotypes. That is, Asians love math, mathematics, the art of counting things, mathematics, not not the narcotics. The black people are what are the stereotypes of black people? Uh, have big lips, black skin, not dark brown or brown skin, but black skin, like the color of my hair. They have no fathers, like I said before. And there are other stereotypes based on race. Like, when did you say all of this? Okay, I'll do another one that is the whites, the whites, white people. What is stereotypes of white people? They have no culture. They are ignorant, selfish, greedy, and other stuff. But a lot of it are not true. Like, for example, white people who are not, they don't have cultures. That's plain out wrong. I mean, Germans, Russian, Irish, Scottish, English, Wales, a lot of stuff like Swedish, German, I say German, French, Italian. White people have cultures. Every people have cultures, have their own cultures, have their own traditions. Let's just let's just remove our biases and let us continue to political stereotypes. There are also examples of political stereotypes. These are stereotypes have been deep rooted in the mindset of the general public because of the general interpretation of the policies of a political party. Political stereotypes include all Democrats are liberal, social justice warriors, or young people, all Republic, all or all Republicans are racist, white men who are ex-members or active members of the Ku Klux Klan. Let us continue. Gender stereotypes. The depiction of men in media strongly suggests that they are strong, adventurous, and active, paving way for them to be stereotyped in that manner. On the other hand, the depiction of women of women suggests that they are good at performing household chores, taking care of their appearance, taking care of the children, and they are eventually stereotyped by these traits. Examples of gender stereotypes are men are masculine, women are good cooks, men are strong, adventurous, and brave. Women are in charge of the house and men are in charge of the finances. Eh, I guess. Stereotypes in media. Many film, advertisement, and television programs show men engaged in physically demanding pursuits such as sport, rock climbing, beach surfing, canoeing. They also show young boys playing with action toys such as trucks, robots, superhero figures. On the other hand, the same media shows that young girls putting on makeup, brushing their hair, and generally worrying about their overall appearance. Some other advertisements show mothers serving meals to their families. The depiction of women in such roles suggests that they are good at performing household chores and taking care of their appearance, and they are eventually stereotyped by these traits. It's logical. The positive and negative sides of stereotypes. Stereotypes are useful for the human brain because they operate as a they operate as a heuristic or a cognitive mechanism to quickly gather, process, synthesize information. As social animals, we seek to gather information about those around us. However, there is too much information to process in its entirety. Therefore, we have heuristics to make heuristics to make the process more efficient. In applying a stereotype, one is able to quickly know something about an individual. For example, if the only thing you know about girls is that she about ass girls. Well, ass girls. Why did I type that? Girls is that she belongs to a band. You are able to guess that she loves music. People use stereotypes as shortcuts to make sense of the social context. This makes the task of understanding one's world less cognitively demanding. Other positive sides of stereotypes are people rely on stereotypes every day to help them function in society, so allow people to quickly process the new information about about an event or person, to organize people's past experience, to meaningfully assess differences between individuals and groups. Given the social and cognitive necessities of heuristics, the problem with stereotyping is not the existence of the cognitive function, The problem lies in the assumption that all people of a group with which they might not even identify are the same. For example, it is common stereotype that people who wear glasses are smart. Certainly, there are some glasses wearing intelligent people, but it is poor logic to think that everyone who sports glasses is intelligent. Stereotyping can lead to prejudice or negative perceived judgments about a group of people. The application of prejudice to a given individual can cause personal and social damage. Other negative sides of stereotypes are oversimplified generalization, breeding ground for of errant generalization. I think I typed that wrong. Serve as a major source of disinformation about others, may easily conceal or feed prejudice, racism, sexism, and other forms of bigotry, bigots. Dealing with stereotypes. The key to reversing negative stereotypes is to contradict them in direct interactions between people, in the media, and through education. Between individuals, once people get to know a person from the other side, they often will determine that the other is not nearly as bad as they originally had assumed, assumed. More often, however, people really are much more reasonable than their stereotypes would suggest. In that case, getting to know people personally helps to break down negative images. This is especially true when people determine that they actually have things in common with people from the other side. Such things can range from enjoying the same music, hobbies, or sports to having the same worries about children or aging parents. Even when people learn that they share fear or sadness, they can begin to understand each other more. Shared emotions make people seem human, while stereotypes typically dehumanize people. Likewise, shared emotions make empathy possible, which opens the door to new forms of interactions and trust building, at least among the individuals involved. What's wrong with that song? In the media also plays an important role in both perpetuating and in breaking down stereotypes. If they characterize particular groups or people in certain ways, their viewers or readers are likely to do the same. So if a movie or the motion picture industry in general character- characterize a group of people negatively, they are likely to perpetuate negative stereotypes, making conflict worse. If they empathize, if they emphasize the positive aspects of groups that contradict prevalent stereotypes, they can have significant role in building mutual understanding. In education, educational institutions and teaching materials also have the opportunity to affect stereotypes, enhance, influence intergroup relations. Efforts to teach about different cultures and the history of different racial or ethnic groups can help build intergroup understanding if it is done in an effective and sympathetic way. Education system or teachers, schools, and textbooks needs needs to also try to paint a fair and accurate picture of the conflict and the different people involved. Being aware that different sides of a conflict will view what is happening very differently. Through stories, discussions, and exercises, teachers can help students of all ages and levels understand the complexity of the conflicts that surround them and develop age and situation appropriate responses to the current conflicts in their home, communities, and nations. To the extent that classrooms contain students from both sides of the conflict, teachers can help students learn to understand and appreciate each other better while protecting the safety, physical and emotional, of those on both sides. If the classroom only contains one group, reaching such intergroup understanding is harder, but still worth the effort through books and articles, discussions, TVs, and movies, and when available, online exercise. In addition, we can deal with stereotypes by presenting more balanced pictures of minority life in media, by reporting forms of human rights abuses, by portraying all groups fairly, keep on talking and communicating fairly with each other, otherwise the problem are going to get much worse. And that's it. I think I need to fix my last one. Keep on talking and communicating fairly with each other, otherwise these problems are going to get much worse. I think that's it.